Hello, good morning everyone. This is Dr. Swami from India. In this video, we are going to look into the driving force of sex. Seven. Yeah. Yes. The pages of history are filled with the records of great leaders whose achievements may be traced directly to the influence of women who aroused the creative faculties of their minds through the simulation of sex desire. Napoleon Bonaparte was one of these. When inspired by his first wife, Josephine, he was irresistible and invincible. When his better judgment or reasoning faculty prompted him to put Josephine aside, he began to decline. His defeat and Saint Helena were not far distant. If good taste would permit, we might easily mention scores of men well known to the American people who climbed to great heights of achievement under the stimulating influence of their wives, only to drop back to destruction after money and power went to their heads, and they put aside the old wife for a new one. Napoleon was not the only man to discover that sex influence from the right source is more powerful than any substitute of expediency which may be created by mere reason. The human mind responds to stimulation. Among the greatest, the most powerful of these stimuli is the urge of sex. When harnessed and transmuted, this driving force is capable of lifting men into the higher sphere of thought, which enables them to master the sources of worry and petty annoyance which beset their pathway on their lower plane. For the purpose of refreshing the memory in connection with the facts available from the biographies of certain men, we here present the names of few men of outstanding achievements, each of whom was known to have been of a highly sexed nature. The genius which was theirs undoubtedly found its source of power in transmuted sex energy. George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Napoleon Bonaparte, Elbert Hubbard, William Shakespeare, Albert H. Gary, Abraham Lincoln, Woodrow Wilson, Ralph Waldo Emerson, John H. Patterson, Robert Burns, Andrew Jackson, and Enrico Caruso. Your own knowledge of biography will enable you to add to this list. Find, if you can, a single man in all history of civilization who achieved outstanding success in any calling, who has not driven by a well developed sex nature. If you do not wish to rely on biographies of men not now living, take inventory of those whom you know to be men of great achievement, and see if you can find one among them who is not highly sexed. Sex energy is the creative energy of all geniuses. They never have they there, ne- there never has been and never will be a great leader, a builder, or artist lacking in this driving force of sex. Surely one will misunderstand these statements to mean, and all who are highly sexed are geniuses. Man attains to the status of genius only when and if he stimulates his mind so that it draws upon the forces of available through the creative faculty of the imagination. Chief among the stimuli with which this stepping up may be produced in sex energy. The mere possession of this energy is not sufficient to produce a genius. The energy must be transmuted from desire for physical contact into some other form of a desire and action before it will lift one to the status of a genius. Far from being genius because of great sex desires, the majority of men lower themselves through misunderstanding and misuse of this great force to the status of the lower animals. Thank you.